Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to another episode of The Gentle Path. I'm so glad you're here with me today. You know, I've been thinking about something that seems to touch all of us in our later years. The question of what we should protect, fiercely and unapologetically, as we navigate this beautiful, complicated stage of life. And let me tell you, it's a big question, isn't it? Because so much of our lives up until now has been about giving, our time, our energy, our resources. But there comes a point, especially after 65, where we must pause and say, what do I need to keep close? What is mine to protect? So today, I want to talk about 6 absolutely essential things you should never sacrifice, no matter how much you love someone or how gently they might ask. These aren't selfish acts. They are survival. They're acts of self-respect, self-care, and self-preservation. Let's dive right in, shall we? First, your health and physical well-being. Your health. This amazing, complex companion that walks with you through every stage of life. After 65, it becomes the cornerstone of everything. Your body, your mind. They tell you, don't they? When you're tired, when you need a break, when something isn't quite right. But oh, how easy it is to ignore those signals in order to help a loved one or to avoid seeming selfish. I know, I've done it myself, but consider this. If your health declines, everything else unravels too. Take Harold, for example, a kind man of 78 who loved babysitting his great-grandchildren. It gave him immense joy. But he did it even when he was too tired or when his back ached. One small fall, one moment of overexertion became his wake-up call. And do you know what happened when he finally told his family, "I need to take better care of myself"? They understood. They still loved him. And he found a balance that served everyone better. You see, prioritizing your health is not weakness. It's wisdom. Simple acts like attending all your medical appointments, taking a daily walk, or making time for rest instead of pressing through are sacred. Dr. Marjorie Blake, a geriatric medicine specialist, once said, "The foundation of enjoying later life is protecting your physical resilience. Your health isn't just about you. It inspires those around you to take better care of themselves too. So guard it, friends. Honor it. Cherish it." Next, your personal boundaries. This one can be tough, can't it? Especially for those of us who like to help, who've spent decades turning our hearts toward others. Saying no may feel almost impossible. But here's the truth. Every time we say yes to something that drains us, we're saying no to the peace and energy we so dearly need. Evelyn is a dear friend of mine, 74 years young, and for most of her life, she was everyone's go-to person. Need a ride? Call Evelyn. Need advice? Evelyn's there. But it took a toll, physically, emotionally, spiritually. When she finally began saying things like, "Not today," or simply turning her phone off in the morning, something magical happened. She wasn't just protecting herself. She taught others to respect her time, her energy. Remember this. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are doors with locks, allowing you to decide who and what comes through. It's not rude. It's self-respect. And oh, let's talk about protecting your peace of mind. After everything you've lived through, the rushing, the worrying, the sacrificing, peace isn't just desirable, it's essential. And yet, how easily that peace can slip away when we let ourselves get pulled into the chaos of others, their conflicts, their drama, their sense of urgency. It can steal your calm before you even realize it's happening. Roger, now 81, used to be his family's mediator. Every argument, every sibling tension, he was there, trying to smooth things over. But one day, he decided enough was enough. Now, he listens with love, offers perspective, but doesn't jump in to resolve every issue. And you know what? His peace has become contagious. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't have to explain your choices to people who misunderstand them. Protecting your own mental and emotional calm isn't selfish. It's a strength. It allows you to live with clarity and joy. Which brings us to a topic people often find most difficult: your financial security. Money isn't everything, but it certainly impacts your freedom and your peace of mind after 65. And yet for so many of us, there's an unspoken pressure to give, especially when it comes to our families. Maybe it's a struggling child, a grandchild asking for tuition help, or subtle hints like, "You don't need this as much as I do." Friends, your savings, your pensions, these aren't extra. They're the safety net you worked hard to build, often sacrificing so much to secure. Marilyn, whose story I'll never forget, learned this the hard way. She spent years being generous with her children, even dipping into her retirement savings. One day, she realized she couldn't keep up her own expenses, and that realization scared her. By adjusting her giving and saying, "I need to prioritize my needs first," she found a balance that worked. And her family came to respect that too. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Protect your financial stability fiercely. It isn't just your right. It's necessary for your well-being. And now, a deeply personal one: your self-respect and dignity. This one is so close to my heart. After a lifetime of giving and adapting, it's so easy to tolerate disrespect or to stay quiet when something feels wrong. Out of love, we stay, we comply, we avoid conflict. But your dignity is worth defending, always. Thomas, at 84, had a turning point with his neighbor, who often made comments about his age. They started as jokes, but they wore on him. One day, with grace, he said, "I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't comment on that." It was a small moment, but a powerful one. Friends, you don't need to explain your choices to anyone who disrespects them. Your experience, your wisdom, it's invaluable, and no one has the right to diminish that. Finally, your freedom to choose how you live. Your freedom is a treasure. How you spend your days, where you live, who you surround yourself with. Joanne, 79, once dreamed of living by the coast, but spent decades staying where her family was. One day, she asked herself, "What do I want?" That question changed her life. She moved to a quiet beach town and started living a life that felt authentic and joyful. It's never too late to claim your freedom. Whether it's spending more time alone, choosing to simplify, or chasing a dream you've deferred, your life is yours to design. And when you live authentically, that's the greatest gift you give to your loved ones. So let me ask you, my dear listeners, what have you been sacrificing when you didn't need to? Which of these points made you stop and think, that's something I need to reclaim? The beauty of this chapter of life is that it gives you the freedom to say no without guilt, to rest without apologizing, to give without depleting yourself. Protect what matters most. Because at the end of all this, it's not about living for anyone else's expectations. It's about living truthfully for yourself. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and tell me what resonated with you most. Until next time, take care of yourselves, friends. You deserve it.